Call this meeting to order at 1:01. Okay, you're gonna do roll call for Sarah.
Here. Wait, which Sarah?
Sarah Allison.
Yeah, it's me.
Fernando. Yeah. Daniel. Desiree. John. David.
Here.
Regia. Joanna. Jonathan.
This is John.
John Brennan.
Yeah.
And then Jonathan. Okay. James. English. Patrick. Gabriel.
Here.
Cindy. Here. Savetta. Shane.
Here.
Alejandra. Andrea. Here. Jean. Ronald. Sheena. Shahe. Kevin. EJ. Ashley. Megan. Kayla.
Present.
Yuna. Charlie.
Here.
Daniel. Okay. Cool. You're here. So moving on, all favor in approving last meeting's minutes, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay.
I hope you don't do that all semester. Thank you.
Okay, so minutes passed. Do I have any public requests to address the Senate? Yes, Dave, you have 2 minutes.
Okay. All right. So, real quickly, two concerns that we have right now are lobbying trip and tap cards. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but they're talking about changing tap cards, like getting rid of the student discount we have, or maybe changing it to a $20 fee for one. Something like that. It's still in the works. And as an ASO voice, we do have some say, but it's very little. So I talked to my brother. He's a deputy city planner for Tony Cardenas, and he has a stronger voice in what goes on with our tap cards. So he says he can help us out with tap cards and lobbying, perhaps, about getting us appointments with lobbyists, with state assemblymen and state senators. So his leverage, though, what we need to do in order for him to do this for us is he needs some help with this campaign. If anyone can donate an hour or two, like I think this weekend, we can use this so he can help us out with tap cards and state assembly, state senator appointments. So just see me afterwards if you want to help out with this. Thank you.
Tap card. Did it go? Wasn't it 20 last year and they moved it up to 80 this year? Was that the?
According to Brad, he said that they were thinking of like getting either rid of it or making it a mandatory fee for all students. So we want to not have that happen, so we're trying to do everything we can.
Anyone else? Any other public address?
Yeah, you know what, I'll just take a second to piggyback on what he's saying. I have a little more information. It would be a mandatory fee for every student taking 12 units or more. So if you buy a preferred parking pass and you're not using public transportation, you're gonna pay for a fee for those people who are taking public transportation. So it's gonna be additional fee, including your parking pass and your other fees that you already pay. So that's just what I heard is in the works and as I understand it. So that's all, I just wanted to kind of piggyback on what he was saying.
Thank you. Anyone else? Good? Cool. Okay, so moving on to action items. Committee chair elections, we still have about 3 left. We're gonna start with public welfare. And we have our first candidate, Ashley. You can come up and get 5 minutes to just kind of go over the position and why it is that you like it.
As I said before, I was an ASO a couple years ago, and one of the things I was passionate about actually this year. This coming March is this human trafficking event that I want to do. It's basically about, I think Thailand is the biggest country where it's happening right now. And I just feel like if I'm able to, have a little more influence in how we vote, whether we have this event or not, it's something that's really important to me. And as I stated in my letter, I was in Rotary Interact, president of that in high school. So we did a lot of service things like collecting canned food and Easter egg hunts for underprivileged kids. And so yeah, if anyone's interested in helping me with this event, I'd appreciate it because I don't think a lot of people are aware of it, and I just want to do similar events like this and any ideas you guys have. So yeah, that's basically it.
Do you guys have any questions for Ashley? No? Okay. Thank you. And we have another candidate too for public welfare. That's David. He can come up and do the same. You have 5 minutes.
All right. Okay, so public welfare, what that is, it's a little bit like community service. If you read the requirements, it's the HIV awareness and the blood drives. Now, one of the things, one of the problems I have with at least this college or what the people's visions of what community college is they think that we are only there to do the minimum, and I'm really against that. So when I look at this job, I will do those minimum requirements, but my goal is to do much more. Using the tools I have as Public Welfare Committee and the little budget that we have, I want to go above and beyond and do everything we can. The sky is the limit. We've got Relay for Life, which is a really fun event. Let's get more involved, We can do charities all the time. There's things going on all the time in LA, and I think this would be a great opportunity to get involved. Because, public welfare, it also deals a little bit with our community, where we live, and the welfare of others. So, that's what
Thanks. Does anyone have any questions for David? No? Oh, yeah. No.
Specifically, I want to work on the Relay for Life. That's always been close to me. It's a cancer event, to help those. It's a 24-hour event, and we do have one on Pierce College, so it's making a new team for the Relay for Life. Specifically, also, a lot of it we can do through small operations, like more can drives, and expanding the awareness events. We have an HIV awareness event. But the thing is, there's a lot more STDs other than HIV, and I think we should expand to all. Why not? We have $1,000 in that budget. So I want to make sure that we use every cent to do as much as we can for as many people as we can. Any other questions? Thank you.
Okay, so at this time, I want to give Ashley and David an opportunity to step out, as we will be going into voting. So you guys can. Or I'll just do count. Okay, so go ahead and raise your hand if you'd like to elect Ashley as our public welfare chair. There goes for Ashley. Okay. And raise your hand if you would like to elect David. Okay, thank you. Cool. Can someone get them, please? Or, congratulations, David. You're a new Public Welfare Committee member. Okay, and on for environmental, I believe we have one candidate for that, and that is Charlie.
Hey guys, as you all know, I'm running for environmental. What I have in store if I get this position is basically promote my first plan event is basically CLAGO, which stands for Clean As You Go Act. Basically, I will promote that in every single part of the campus for every single individual to make sure that when they leave their respective eating place, they would take their trash with them and make sure that if they came in there clean, they should leave that place clean. If they came in there, if they arrive at that place dirty, they have to make sure that it's clean before they leave or while they're using that place. Also, I'm also working on, I will also be working on having the recycling centers here at Pierce. Because basically we all know that if you don't get anything, we don't do it. Basically that's what we humans think of. If we don't do it, if we don't get anything back, we won't do it. Well, that's my little way of showing them. If you do something nice to your community, you will get back more than what you expect for. So basically, as an environmental chair, I will promote having the environmental ways perfect, and it will be also beneficial in both parties. Not only just because I'm doing this, I won't get anything. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone have any questions for Taka? Yes.
Taka, so what do you think, I've spoken to the janitorial faculty a lot in terms of environmental procedures, and a big suggestion they have is trying to modify and make it, make it accepted among faculty teachers that they modify their syllabus to saying that, hey, as part of being in this class, you can not eat in the classrooms except drink water.
Oh, yes.
And that's been really effective, and they think, the faculty of the janitorial staff think that's one of the biggest things that would help them, their job around cleaning the classrooms as well as outside. And so I was just wondering, what would you think of that? How would you
I would think of it as a good thing, that because, well, basically it's a classroom, it's not an eating place.
Exactly.
I would fully suggest with all my power that every single teacher would not allow their students to eat in the classroom.
How do you think we could go about doing that?
You could go about by talking to the professors, telling them, oh, you know what, it's college, it's still a school, no matter where you go, you still can't eat in the classroom. Because basically, students, they're not cleaning their thing.
Exactly.
And if they clean it, they better make sure it's really clean.
That's why the exception was water.
Yeah.
I
And
don't need water.
if it's drinks, no matter what, as long as it's water.
Perfect.
Any more questions? Yes.
Are you going to enforce the green as you go?
The clean as you go. What I will do is have, because basically if people don't see signs that affect them, they won't really care. That's how I see it. Basically people should see things that would affect them. Or it would start with some certain individuals. But what I would do is, if I see, for example, you don't clean your trash, I'll cite you, I'll tell you, hey, pick up your trash, it's your community as well. I'll show you that you are not a kid, but you have to look after your stuff. Any more questions?
Okay. Cool. Thank you. Okay, so all in favor of Taka becoming our new environmental committee chair, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Cool.
Pretend like you didn't get it for a second.
Sorry, Taka. Maybe next time.
Okay.
Kidding. Congratulations, you're new environmental committee chair.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.